Welcome to Columbus Brick by Brick, the podcast where we uncover the people, projects, and ideas shaping the future of our city. I'm your host, Jon Styer, broker and owner of Styer Real Estate Professionals, a boutique production-focused brokerage dedicated to helping agents build thriving, scalable businesses through personalized coaching and hands-on support. Each week, we sit down with the voices driving growth across Columbus. From real estate professionals and business owners to community builders and innovators, all working together to shape the place that we call home. Today, we're diving into leadership, growth, and what it really takes to build a high-performing real estate team here in Central Ohio. Joining me today is Mike Doyle, the team lead of the Ohio Housing Experts, a group known for its relationship-driven approach and its commitment to creating exceptional client experiences in a rapidly changing market. In this conversation, Mike is going to open up about the moment he decided to make the leap from solo agent to team leader and the lessons he learned along the way. We'll talk about the misconceptions that shaped his early career, the importance of maintaining a personal touch while scaling, and how he measures success beyond sales volume. We're also going to dig into his leadership philosophy, the role of mentorship in both personal and team development, and how his team stays agile in the face of shifting markets. Plus, Mike shares his thoughts on what's next for Columbus real estate, from emerging neighborhoods to the opportunities most people aren't seeing yet. So, whether you're a real estate professional, a business owner, or just someone passionate about Columbus's growth, this is a conversation packed with insight, honesty, and inspiration. Let's get into it. Well, Mike, thanks so much for being on Columbus Brick by Brick. I'm really excited to have this conversation. We've known each other for a little while now, and I've heard your story, but I'm excited to be able to have the opportunity to share it. If you could start out just by telling us a little bit of your journey, how you got into real estate and got to where you are today, and then we'll jump into the questions.
Absolutely, man. First off, thanks for having me on. Like we were talking about before, I don't do many podcasts, but this is one I was definitely excited for. I really do like what you're doing for our market and everyone involved. So thank you again.
Well, thank you.
About me, I am a 31-year-old father, husband, and I struggle with telling people realtor because I do like viewing myself as more of a business owner, a mentor. In those categories falls real estate.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of an identity change that I've taken on in the last year. But really, man, just somebody here in the Columbus market that wants to help other people get to the next level that they want to get at,
mm-hmm.
whether it's real estate or insurance or any way that I can help them, really. Got into real estate here in Columbus in March of 17, 8 years now, which is crazy to look back at. I'm on my third brokerage now. I joined under a team, left that team to go solo and start a team, and been running the team ever since 2021.
That's awesome. And I would love to hear about your team and that journey you took. So you were on a team. Did you immediately start a team when you left, or were you solo for a while and then there was a progression there?
So people ask me this all the time. Why did you start a team? Why did you start a team? It was kind of an organic force of hand.
Mm-hmm.
The team that I was on, very long story short, I was leaving, but I had brought a few agents on there. So I was going to just go solo, do my own thing, focus on me. After leaving, about a week or two in, a couple of those agents reached out and said, "Hey, we joined this team because you brought us on. We call you about everything.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to be here. We want to be there." And I'm like, "Well, guys, I don't have a team. I can't really help you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just come over and be a solo agent and I can." And they're like, "Nope, we want you as a team leader." So like I said, it was kind of this organic force of hand, but that's how we got to starting a team. And it was kind of, I left my former team April 1st of 21, and that was the official first day of our team. So it kind of just went from one right into the other.
Perfect. And so you've grown and you've shrunk and you've grown. Can you tell me a little bit about what that journey looked like from 2021 until where you are right now?
Unpredictable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the easiest word when people ask me. It's very unpredictable. You never know where life and business are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But when your life and your business are in one, it's even trickier.
Right.
And Yeah, we've went from 1 agent to 12 agents, back down to no agents. And now we're actually a 3-team leads. Myself, Jeff, and Trey. We have 3 agents on the team, and now we're starting to open those doors back up to grow again. Learned a lot of lessons, right, over the last 4 or 5 years. We've made changes, adjustments, but I'll always say the number one thing that we've always focused on was culture. There's a lot of things being a team lead that you have to focus on, but in my mind, the number one priority for any business owner really is the culture of the company that you're running.
Yeah. Talk to me about some of the lessons you've learned in cultivating a culture that works for you, why you made choices you did, and maybe some things that you've decided not to incorporate or have shied away from. I'd just love to hear about your thoughts on cultivating culture.
It's tricky. Culture starts and ends with people, right? And you can affect company culture with one simple bad hire, right? And I mean, and that's one thing that we've always been very good with is holding the line on the expectation of the culture, right? You can feed into the culture, you can't feed off of it. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to be that person that comes in and asks for the help and the guidance and the relationships and the tools and the benefits, but when the other agents or team need you and you don't show up and it starts to get one way, that's a slippery slope, you know, and it can start to raise the eyebrows of everyone else that's playing part into the culture going, hey, we're all giving, but when we need, we're not getting from X person, right? So that was always something that was really big for us, was just monitoring who's feeding into it and who's feeding off of it, right? Because if you're feeding off of it, we're going to run out here at some point.
Yeah.
If you're feeding into it, this thing's ever growing. So for us, and that changes for some people, right? You get into business, real estate can really give you the ups and downs.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that we've always been very big with. And even here recently, this year when we wiped the board clean, some of the people that we wiped the board clean with were people that have been with us for a long time. And that culture had shifted and changed for one reason or another. And it was a very hard thing for me, right? I started this team and these, couple individuals were with us and they were through the growths and the ups and the downs. But over time, there was just a shift. And I had to step back and go, hey, what's first, our relationship or the culture?
Yeah.
Because it can be a slippery slope, letting one person that you have a relationship start to affect the culture of everything else. And it's a hard position to play in between those two.
It definitely, you're speaking truth in that one person can affect culture negatively, and from there it can kind of like fester and growth. Was there any particular lesson that you learned or enacted with regards to the culture? Because you made a huge decision in severely reducing the roster of your team. Was there like a turning point that you had there?
I wanted to do it several times. There were several times in the last couple of years that I went, man, I just want to wipe the slate. And and I have to say, it wasn't anything negative. It was, can we do this better? Can we start this with a better foundation? Because you have to remember, when I started the team, it
wasn't even your plan.
Bingo. I was a distraught agent that was leaving a team, going solo, got thrown a couple other people. And I was like, well, I don't even know how to be a solo agent, let alone a mentor to these other people.
Right.
So there were a few things that I wish I would have done a little better in the upfront, right? Systems and processes were a big one because, as we'll get into it, I'm a very simple person. But even a very simple business still needs a simple system and a simple process. And just over time, there were a few times that I wanted to kind of hit the restart button. And I never let myself. I was always worried about, what are people going to think? If 4 agents leave the team today, what's the market going to think? What are other agents going to think? What is my wife going to think? Like that fear, that scarcity. Now, having done it, full transparency and respect to everyone that's been involved. I wouldn't be here without all of the people that got us here.
Right.
But this time when we wiped the board, started brand new with just 3 of us, me, Jeff, and Trey. This year we have done, the 3 of us, more in production than any version of our team's ever done.
Wow.
We've also had more time, more freedom, more fun. and honestly more dedication from the group, because when you have 3 people all giving the same level,
Yeah. The skin in the game is huge.
100%.
And when it's just you at the top, it's very tough.
And alone, you're
Yeah.
lonely.
It is lonely.
Yeah.
And when you don't have someone to go to or rely on or bounce ideas off of
Mhm.
or just connect with
Yep.
at that same equal level, it can be really hard.
Yep.
It can be really hard.
That's exactly why I brought Jeff and Trey on. I'm looking around going, okay, they're matching my energy.
Mhm.
They're putting in the same hours. They've all got the same goals.
Mhm.
They are bleeding OHE and wanting it to become something bigger than them. That's what a business owner is.
Mhm.
And I'm going, hey guys, you're doing everything that I'm doing. I don't care that I started it first. I am humble enough to set my ego aside and say, I don't want to do this alone.
Yeah.
You two stepping me on like you have right there. Who Not How is a book that I've read several times. And I went, I want to get to that next level, but I know that I can't do this alone.
Mhm.
I know I can't.
Yeah.
And I'm just a type of person that I've always wanted to do things with other people.
Yeah.
I like having a group. I like having, again, the culture. It's hard to be a one-man show and have culture.
Yeah.
Right. Because then
Sure.
that's just your personal standards.
Right.
Which is a good thing. But culture can't happen unless there are 2 people.
Right.
You know? And me being someone that's so focused on relationships, so focused on culture, so focused on leaning and having people that can lean on me, why don't I have business partners? Right. And I'm looking around going, it's a very rare thing in our market, and we're in just our industry in general, that at max, you're going to see 2 people.
Yeah.
And then I saw, I think it's the brokerage house.
Mhm.
I saw where several of those guys had came together and started an actual broker. And I went, why not bring 2 team leads up, right? Like these are 2 people that I'm very close with. We
Yeah.
see very similar, but we also have different traits that we all kind of lean on
And
with
that's
each
an
other.
important piece of it as
Yes.
well, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. And then it was the same thing where there'd be times where it's like everyone's looking at me going, Mike, make a decision. And I'm going, I'm in decision fatigue.
Yeah.
I make all of them. What do you guys think? And
Right.
that's one thing, our culture. I've always take the team's opinion before mine,
Mhm.
right? Like obviously my opinion's going into the consideration pot,
Right.
but like when we left our last broker and went to this one, I brought it to the team and said, guys, we're going to make a group decision here. I think it's in our best interest, and here's why. I need you guys to sit down and weigh these items with me and see that if I'm crazy.
Mhm.
And I meant that when I told them, I go, guys, this was before we had brought, Jeff and Trey up to a team lead role. I went, guys, if you tell me that you don't want to leave, we'll stay right here.
Mhm.
You guys have been with me. I'll stay loyal to you. I'm just showing you guys what I think. Everyone happened to agree. Things were going on at our old broker at that time that it just made sense. But I'll always do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, if they're going to put their trust and buy-in into you, then you need to do the same and reciprocate.
bingo.
Yeah.
And I see so many team leads that they're the boss. They're the manager. Everyone's independent contractors in real estate.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If you are a real estate agent, you are 99% chance an independent contractor that can do as you please.
Right.
How do I get you to want to be a part of this?
Yeah. Retention is a huge part of operating a team or a brokerage because agents can go anywhere they want. They can be a part of any team or brokerage that they want, assuming that it's agreed on by both sides. But, there is plenty of fish in the sea. It's about providing value and culture, as you mentioned. Well, that's great. Let's take it back a few years. And I would love to hear about, like, when you reflect on your earliest days in real estate, not knowing what you know now, what would you say is the biggest misconception that you held, and how has that shaped your approach today?
What a good question. Misconceptions. I mean, that's where, man, I have to apologize. I might be a boring guest because for me, it's been a very simple road. I was blessed with the mentor that I had when I got into this. He showed me Buffini & Co. I've always kept things at a very simple level. I'm one of those people that if I start to overthink it, I'm running downhill quick. And that's a slippery slope for me and my ADHD. Misconceptions, though, I had to please everybody. That was a big one for me. I had to please everyone. And if you listed your house with someone else, I didn't please you. If you hired another agent, I didn't please you. If you shared another agent's post, I didn't please you. And that was really, really hard for me up front
That scarcity
because
mindset.
yeah, I mean, everything was personal. Granted, you're in survival mode, right? You're a
Mhm.
brand new agent.
Right.
When you see that person on your Facebook post that they closed, the numbers start rolling. What could it have been for me? What could I have done? why didn't they hire me? What did I do wrong? There's so many emotions that go into that. I mean, it's a grieving process, essentially. But for me, it was the misconception that I had to please everyone. And really one thing that I stress now is the importance of thick skin. I've had situations where someone goes out and does X, Y, or Z, right? And at first I was offended or upset or hurt or mad. 1, 2, 3 years later, that person's reaching back out going, man, I made a mistake not using you. Can you help me? There's multiple times where that happened and it didn't get back to the 3 years because when it happened, I threw a temper tantrum. Why would you not use me? How dare you? What?
Yeah.
Right. And then you burn any future relationship.
Yep.
But for me, man, a big misconception was having to just please everybody.
It's impossible.
It's the hardest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
And you will drive yourself crazy trying to do it.
I like what you said about having a thick skin as well, because it's so hard. It just takes time. I feel like more than anything. I can sit here and tell you, and you can tell me, well, you got to have a thick skin, but you have to callous. You have to grow a thick skin. I would imagine for most people, it is very difficult to just turn it on and say, well, now I have a thick skin and I'm not going to let that bother me, especially when you're new and you're hungry and you're looking to grow and you're eager and you're ambitious. I want it all. I want to help as many people as I can. I want to grow my business, which is good and true and right. But when it doesn't happen just the way you planned or your vision, you got to just move on. Okay, worried about tomorrow. What about the next one? A quarterback can't worry about the last pick he threw. He's got to worry about the next pass he's going to throw. And that takes experience.
Well, too, and I also try to stress this to the new agents. You have to understand that as a real estate agent, you live in a world of contingencies. You literally live in a world of the best thing could happen, but don't forget that the worst thing could happen too.
Yeah.
And you have to find peace in that middle ground.
Yeah.
Right? Peace in if it goes great, I can handle it. But if it goes bad, I can handle it too.
That's another thing that I think experience teaches us as well. Is that like, hey, it's not closed until it's closed.
Yep.
And that is what eventually I think when you have enough business and you've got a pipeline and you're not as worried about like, I have to close this deal so that I know that food's going on the table this month.
Yep.
Eventually, when you build up a business, you can operate in that, in like that safety of like, if this doesn't close, I'm going to be okay. Obviously, we're here to close deals and help people transact real estate. But that like doom and gloom of like you mentioned, the contingencies.
Yep.
And nothing closes. I've had deals that don't close on closing day, and it's like a scramble to kind of just go back to the drawing board to get it done. And it's frustrating. Usually you can figure stuff out, but not always. And that's just part of the business.
Absolutely.
That's part of the business. So, well, yeah. I mean, you are definitely a relationship-based
through and through
agent and team lead. One of the things that you've highlighted several times is that you operate simple. Can you speak to me about your philosophy around that, and what does that look like in practice for you?
So when I got licensed, before I got licensed, I'll say I was at a call center and I hated it.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh man, picking that phone up, I wanted to throw up in the bucket next to me. I was utterly terrified every time. I still to this day, you probably couldn't get me to do cold calls. So when I knew I wanted to get into real estate, of course I jump on Google, how to become a realtor, how to become a successful realtor, how to own your own real estate business, all those different things. And I kept seeing all these different ways, because there's 1,000 ways you can run a real estate business.
Yep.
But I saw the consistent ones: door knocking, cold calling, internet leads, networking events, business to business. But when I got with my mentor, my first team leader, he gave me a book, Working by Referral by Brian Buffini. It was so simple. He writes notes to people, he calls people, he pops by people. And I went, I could do that. I love talking to people. I've got a giant network. Well, note cards are pretty cheap. They're like $1, right?
Yeah.
Now $1.50 with stamps. Popping by people's place, super easy, but I don't know where they live. And calling was hard because I've, again, always associated it to this is a cold call. This is a cold call. Because again, if I call a buddy of mine on a random Tuesday at noon, it's still essentially a cold call.
Right.
They're not expecting your phone call to come in, right? They're almost answering going, what's up, buddy? What do you need?
Like, is there a problem here?
Yeah. So for me in the front end, I knew I didn't want to overcomplicate it. I knew I was never one of these. I've never been a high level thinking person. I think deep, but I can't do these landing pages and the click funnels. And when I first got into it, you're being told by everybody how to build your business. Do this, throw this in, add this in. It became very overwhelming and daunting for me. But I was blessed that my mentor was like, keep it simple, man. Use the Buffini system. It's $30 a month. Everything else that I'm looking at is $200-$300 a month for these CRMs. And he goes, no, use this, dumb it down all the way, and just focus on having organic conversations with real people. You work at Best Buy right now. You sell cell phones. Practice there.
Yeah.
How many people do you see a day? Have genuine conversations. Everyone else on your floor is selling to them. Go talk to them. My manager hated me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, he hated me. He's like, why aren't you trying to sell more? And I go, because I need to find out what they need. They need a cell phone. They're in the mobile department. They need a cell phone. I go, dude, 40 people walk through here to get to TVs. They don't all need cell phones.
Yeah.
And that was where I really learned the sales culture. Oh, okay. Okay. So there are people that are just straight chasing numbers. But when I realized that there was a relational piece to the business, and that was what Buffini teaches, is you can run a company two ways: transactional approach or relationship approach.
Sure.
When did you walk into Walmart last and say, I need to see Nancy so that I can buy my milk? Doesn't happen. Right. But I'd noticed that there are some types of things that are very relationship based. Right. And that's where I went, I don't want to chase the sales side, because that seemed very hard for me. You get a sale, go get another one, go get another one, go get another one.
You're sourcing a new lead every deal.
Exactly. You're always looking for the next outbound thing. And I didn't like that. I liked the idea of people coming to me. I was talking to Nathan Blades. We were talking yesterday. And Nathan said, I just can't do internet leads because I feel like I'm chasing you. I want people that want to work with me. And I went, that's exactly it. I've always hated the feeling, and there's another reason too, but I hated the feeling of anyone feeling like I was looking or talking to them just to get a sale.
Yeah.
When I first got licensed, my good buddy that actually helped me get my license, he's a barber still to this day. His mentor is a good friend of ours. He used to cut my hair in high school. Rich was a mortgage lender in the 90s, I think. And when Rich found out I was getting my real estate license, he goes, good luck, bub. You got to be that guy now. And I'm like, who's that guy? I'm not even licensed yet. And he goes, the guy that gives everybody a card, that has to talk to everybody about their house, that always is chasing business. And I was sick to my stomach. I'm in the middle of Honduras for school, and I go, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go to the bar with my buddies at 24 and try to get everyone to talk to me about real estate. Like, I don't want to do that. And I was blessed to find Buffini and Ninja Selling and all these things that preach the opposite of that. Don't talk to them about real estate.
You don't want to be the salesy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk to them about things that matter: family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. That's Ford.
Yep.
And I went, dude, I'm very talkative.
Yeah.
I'm very
you are a talkative guy.
Yes. I don't shut up. My wife hates it. I will never meet a stranger at Kroger. Like, if we go to Kroger to grocery shop, I'll talk to somebody for 40 minutes while she's getting everything. But I want to talk to you about you. Like we were just talking about, I want to hear more about you. I want to hear about your family. I want to hear about that dream vacation. I want to hear about the promotion that you got. I just love people. So I always felt very weird going, I'm a real estate agent and I want to talk to you about real estate. But because, like I told you, I hate when somebody goes, what do you do for a living? I go, you're going to run away.
Yeah.
As soon as I tell you what I do, you're going to run away because you think I'm going to try to sell you a house.
Yeah.
And that's why I just tell people I'm in business. I'm in insurance. I lead with that. I'm in real estate. I run a few different companies because I know that we in our youth, 30s, 20s, 40s, a lot of our perception of real estate agents are what our families gave us, our mothers, grandmothers.
Used car salesman.
Bingo. Those were used car salesmen back in the day, right? Glengarry Glen Ross, that movie. It's go out and sell as much as you can, as fast as you can. Everybody needs to buy something.
Yep.
And we were raised to believe in that, you know? So it's on me to break that stigma for the person that I'm talking to.
I think it's on all of us.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Katie, when we did our Real Producers interview, she asked me, she goes, what would you change about the perception of agents? And I go, the perception of agents. Everybody looks at us as these slick car salesmen, and it is on us as agents, every single one of us, because there are still agents in our market today that
Mhm.
act like that agent from the 70s
Yep.
that was selling Kirby vacuums, you know. That's the hard part. We're still overcoming people that we're working with today, let alone our grandparents' agent that they got burned by.
Mhm.
So for me, it's the good agents need to be vocal. The good agents need to practice the good things. But also don't be scared to share what you know and do with other agents. That's one thing that I hate about our industry. Somebody will find something good and wholesome for the business and want to just keep it all to the chest.
Yep. And that lends back to the scarcity mindset
Mm-hmm.
and how harming that can be both individually and to the broader group
Mm-hmm.
of agents that you're going to work with throughout your career. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that I believe in building real estate businesses that are scalable and sustainable. And that's exactly what we help agents create at Styer Real Estate Professionals. If you're an agent who's ready to grow and tired of spinning your wheels, then consider this. Growth is change. At Styer Rep, we coach to your strengths, match tools to your style, and help you scale your business without burning out. And there's no fluff, there's no hang your license culture, just serious growth, real systems, and 100% commission when you cap. So head to styrrep.com/join us to start the conversation, because it's time to go from where you are to where you belong.
And I mean, that's the thing. You see some of these agents that are very, very, very high producers that will not share a lick of how they do what they do.
Mhm.
And it's like, really? Are you worried that you're going to do a couple less sales a year if you teach another agent something that's changed your life?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see fit that somebody else might need that tip or trick? Because I get it. At the end of the day, we're all competing against each other. John Harp, when I first met John, I told him, I go, I'll sell every house in Columbus. And he's like, you know how many houses sold here last year, dummy? You physically cannot sell that many houses. You have to have competition. Otherwise, your market would crumble. And I go, that's so real. We have to have each other.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of everything in this industry. And when I see other agents implement something that I'm like, dude, that's perfect. I want to take that, put my own spin on it, and inject it into our business. I tell agents all the time, you don't know what to post on social media? Go to my page. Go back to 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, all the way up until today. I don't care what the post is. Steal it, put your spin on it, slap it on Facebook.
Right. That's social media.
That's it.
Everybody's copying each other.
Yeah. And agents worry. Like I have agents all the time that reach out and go, oh my God, I love your social media game. And I go, steal it. What do you mean? You love? Copy it.
Right.
Do the same things that I'm doing. It's working. So go for it.
Yeah.
Put your spin on it, right? Put who you are into it. But if you see a video that we shoot and you like, take it. What am I going to copyright it?
Right. And at the same point, again, back to the abundance mindset. They're marketing to different people. A completely different set of people. The overlap is probably pretty small, and it's probably people that are already in the industry, you know? So it's really not the end of the world.
Mm-mm.
It's not, you know, and I think that that's a lesson that a lot of us can take away is like, hey, you've got your own set of people that you're working with. I got mine. We're all here to help each other and help people.
And I get that it's mostly ego, right? But if somebody stood right here and said, I want to sell my house, and they picked you, yes, initially my instinct is to be salty about it. But I think if you want to be a better business owner, find out why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is it? Sometimes they're just going to like you better.
Right.
The way that you speak, the way that you carry yourself, maybe the way that you said something. I've lost a deal before I had children because she goes, hey, this other lady actually has 2 young kids and we really want to support her as a single mother. In the moment, was I pissed? Absolutely. But that was their reasoning.
Mm-hmm. There's
right?
nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. So what am I going to sit here and get all huffy and mad and kick the dirt? It is what it is. Move on, provide more value, right? That's the thing that I tell agents. If you didn't get picked, you should have presented better value.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And sometimes if you did present the most value and they pick somebody else, you did all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
It took a lot of no's. I'm using someone else. You're not our guys to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I think mentorship's big.
Yeah.
I think having a mentor that can kind of brace you in this industry is big. Hey,
yeah,
that, you know, we had an agent, they're putting in a cash offer and I go, you got proof of funds and everything? No, they're going to send me proof of funds. What do you mean they're going to send you proof of funds?
Right.
Well, they haven't sent it yet, but we're getting ready to write the offer. I'm like, we'll get the proof of funds. Hey, we're in contract. Did you get proof of funds? No. 7 days in contract. Bails. They don't have the money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bub, this is why I asked you before you even wrote the offer. That's a big thing, right? Next time a cash buyer popped up, he's like, I'm not doing anything till I'm holding this proof of funds.
Sometimes you got to take your licks to learn your lessons.
Yeah, but it's when somebody tells you to do something, again, your ego can kick in, but sometimes being able to look over your shoulder and go, damn, you're right. That's a big learning lesson, right? That's a very humbling position where it almost opens your perception more to listening to the next piece of advice. Hey, last time he gave me some advice and I turned my back on it, it didn't work out well. Yeah. Maybe I should take this one a little bit more. But I think mentoring is big because then again, you get those agents that, I mean, you've seen it from the broker level. You'll get an agent that'll go to some random broker. They'll get a license. They'll join in day one excited and the broker gives nothing.
Yeah.
No training, no words of encouragement, no advice.
I will tell you my number one piece of advice for someone that's interested in being in real estate is find a mentor.
Have to.
Someone that cares, someone that wants to help you succeed, someone that is going to be there, someone's going to pick up the phone when you need them to. It is, in my opinion, of utmost importance in this industry because when it boils down to it, the barrier to get licensed is low.
Bare minimum.
And you're not going to learn how to be successful in real estate by getting licensed. And that's a hard lesson. And not everybody is even informed on the front end that, hey, when you get your license, you're at 0%. You know nothing or next to it.
Yep.
That's when it starts. You know, yeah, you took classes, you took a test, you got your license. Okay, that tells you how not to get sued. It doesn't tell you how to operate and transact and run a business. And that's, I think, it would be nice if there was a piece of that in the classes, but it falls on the broker or the mentor or the team lead or whomever. And finding a mentor is, I think, of the utmost importance.
Yep. And the other thing, too, that I tell people is don't feel that you have to have one specific mentor. You can have mentors, one, in any facet of life. You can have multiple mentors in a facet, right? You can have 2 to 3 real estate mentors that you go through and get different opinions from, right? Take all 3 of their opinions, chew on it, and give it your feel and vibe and thoughts. I see so many people, too, and that's a hard part is because you find a mentor. I've seen it several times in our industry. Find a mentor, you get committed, they help you, you grow to that point, but then the mentorship kind of becomes stagnant.
Yeah.
Right. And then the person that was mentored feels this loyalty and commitment.
Yes.
I can't walk away. You've done so much for me, but now I'm starting to hurt. You're not providing this or whatever it may be. Right. There's 1,000,001 reasons. Sometimes a mentor relationship can end.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying you have to hate each other. There has to be turmoil.
No,
but you have to realize
it's just
sometimes
growth. It's part of growth.
Bingo. Sometimes a teacher brings a student up to a teacher's level and now they are surpassing that teacher. That happens. That's business. That's life. A good mentor or teacher is going to applaud you and want that for you because you can ask any person that's ever been on OHE, any single person, I tell them, my goal is to put you further than me. My goal is to put you want to be a team lead? Perfect. I want you to be a better team lead than me. You want to be an agent? Perfect. You need to become a better agent than me. Every single year I challenge them. I go, no one's going to outproduce me. I want you to. I'm literally asking you to outproduce me because my job as a mentor or a teacher is to put people in a better place than I found them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's past me. Maybe that's not with me anymore. Maybe I get them to a certain point where they have to walk away. It's a hard ego piece to swallow, right? It's thickening the skin, right? And I've had that. I've had people that I've brought up to a certain point in this business that have left to go elsewhere. And again, it took the first few times for me to go, oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
This one sucks. There's battery acid on the tongue. But I genuinely think you'll know you have the right mentor if they put you first, right?
Completely.
Yeah.
And if you're providing the value and the growth, I mean, no matter what, that's success. Right. If they've come to the level where now it's time for, the birds to flee the nest or whatever it is, then you've done your job. You've provided and you've mentored and led and got them to the point that you should feel proud. Now, I
Mhm.
get that, like, ooh, it can sting a little bit,
Mhm.
but if you can take it to the next level where you can feel proud, then that's something that you can point to for the next person that joins the team.
Bingo.
Like, look at what we were able to do for this person.
It's your resume.
Yeah.
Look at how many people we took from a brand new agent to their own, solo agent or
Yeah.
team lead or broker or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And I say on the flip side too, man, I really preach, if you're going to be a mentee, be a mentee.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's going to feed time, energy, effort that they probably don't have a lot of into
Mhm.
you, reciprocate it. Show up, be whatever, right? Be
Communicative.
responsive.
Yeah.
Be the person that you're asking them to help, right? And that's one thing that I've seen too is there are some people that will get a good, strong mentor and completely take it for granted,
Mm-hmm.
not show up, right? Not return the calls, not do the work.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that a true, genuine mentor is probably limited in their resources. And if they're giving it to you, that's something you have to respect.
Yeah.
Because it become very short-lived, right? And then now that mentor's the problem. And we've had that. We've
Mhm.
had somebody that came in, we gave everything to, they did not reciprocate it. And then here we are going, hey, you need to go this way. And they go, well, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard as a mentor. You know what I mean?
I think that just boils down to there's all different types of people.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just, that's part of life. I think that one thing that we work hard for here is to create a sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really important. I mean, that stems in with the culture. And that's really important to me. It protects our reputation, which is of
Mhm.
utmost importance to me. But I want people to feel like they're part of a community here. And yes, I am a mentor, but I'm not the only mentor. We're
Mhm.
all mentoring each other.
Yep.
We all have expertise in different things, and we can all go to each other. There's things that my agents know that I don't know,
Bingo.
and like,
Mhm.
I'm happy, eager, and excited to learn from them.
Yes. The best mentors are, the best coaches are, the best team leads or partners or whatever. I say that to agents all the time. I go, you could have a groundbreaking idea. Just because you've only had a license for 6 months doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it to the table.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too, is you have to be somewhere where you do have a voice as a mentee. Hey,
Mhm.
I have an idea. What
Yeah.
if we try this? Have you guys ever tried this? If your ideas are being stuffed at the start of them, that's tough.
Yeah.
Right? Like a mentor is not a boss.
Mm-hmm.
A mentor is someone that can go, hey, love that idea. We actually tried it 3 times and it costs us money each time.
Yeah.
If you can improve it, let's give it a shot.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's another big piece is being with somebody that hears you.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are mentors, we'll call them, out there that treat their mentees as personal assistants.
Mm-hmm.
We heard, here recently, we were talking with an agent who had a team lead that can you wash my car?
Oh,
And I'm like, I would have uppercut that person. What? Can I go wash your car?
right.
Those types of things, just when I hear those stories, I just laugh and I go, but that's the hard reality.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be those people in any profession, in any industry. You're always going to have those people that will take a good mentee for granted
Yeah.
and
take
abuse
advantage.
that relationship,
Mhm.
right? And treat them as somebody that's just basically there to help them and feed into them. And that's not what mentorship is.
Yeah.
That's not leadership.
Yeah.
That's the furthest thing from it.
Completely, man. We're on the same page here. Yeah. Well, I can talk about mentorship all day, and I want to hear about what was it like for you on the front end. You said you had a great mentor. What was a lesson or a couple lessons that you took away from that really propelled you into being able to mentor others?
A big one that always sticks with me, Jermaine used to preach, everything's going to work out. And I hated when he'd say this. I almost hated it more
It is true,
because
though.
I knew he was going to be right at the end.
Mhm.
Because I am one of those people that if a red alarm pops up, I'm like, oh, here we go. Get
Mhm.
war ready. And he used to look at me and go, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. I promise you.
That's that thick skin coming back.
Yes. And I used to look at him and go, you are crazy. Everything is burning down right
Right.
now. And you're staying calm.
The
This
sky
is
is falling.
frustrating.
Yeah.
But then I realized that there is a lot of strength in being able to do that. You're able to keep your mental peace, your mental clarity, your thought process doesn't start to get construed by emotion and all these other things, because that's the first thing that takes that driver's seat is the emotion. The fire alarms are going off. We're all running around scattered. I'm worried, I'm scared, I'm mad, I'm distressed, whatever it may be. But when you can genuinely sit there in the worst situations in business and go, we'll figure it out, you can make a lot better decisions.
Yeah.
That don't hurt you further down the road too.
Yep. Completely. Well, let's shift gears a little bit here. If you were to give advice to somebody who was maybe starting a real estate team from scratch, what would be one piece of advice that you would start out with?
Put your people first. Put your agents first. Put your vendor partners first. Put your clients first. Put yourself last.
How does that look like?
That's a good question. How does that look? How do you put well, first and foremost, any value that you add needs to be valued to, again, your agents or clients. If you're doing something, you need to make sure that it benefits them first, not just that I wanted to leave our old broker and go to a new broker. I knew that benefited me. In my mind, I knew that it benefited the agents, but I needed to go to them and say, I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions on this situation, because you're a person that's affected by this.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going to tell you, trust and believe in me till the finish line. I need you to see why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I want to know if you see something that I don't see. I see so many times where somebody's on a team and they'll bring something to a team leader and it gets stuffed. And it's like, are you putting them first, right? Are you really letting them grow and voice their opinions and have thoughts and feelings into the business and what you guys are doing? Or are you just a dictator over them? Right? There's a few team leads that are very successful in our industry where you can hear agents basically just do what they're told, and that's fine. But are you growing them to be agents? Like, are you actually growing them to their own business?
Are they cogs in a wheel?
Yes, exactly. So, and when it comes to clients, I mean, it's the same thing. We're very big with client events. Jermaine taught me that. First couple events that we did, in my head, I'm going, we're doing these events so that we can get deals from them. And we always did. We always got deals from these events. We always got referrals from them every time. But when I first started them with Jermaine, it was, we're doing this to get deals. A buddy comes up to me at like the second or third one and he goes, dude, I want to say thank you. And I'm like, what's up, bud? And he goes, me and my daughter can come once a month and do a daddy-daughter date night. I don't have to bring a wallet. I don't have to plan it. I don't have to think about anything, dude. That means way more to me than you think. Like, I'm going to choke up thinking about it. But I stepped back and went, this is so bigger than deals. You just made a dad thank you for giving him a day with his daughter. He's probably never said that to somebody else before. How powerful is that? That's putting people first. You know what I mean? Doing it just to give back to them. We don't do these events anymore to get anything from it. It is genuinely spending $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 to give people experiences with their families, memories, right? Everything. There's photos and videos that go out to everything. The Easter Bunny's there. Every year we do Easter Bunny photos and we take the photos, we send them out to the families, right? We do albums for it. It's like, people look at events as a marketing opportunity. No. This is genuinely an appreciative thing. We are giving back to you because we appreciate you and what you've done for us so much. You don't ever have to give us a referral again. You don't ever have, there's people that come to our events that have never gave us a referral or done a deal with us. But if we're in a position to give back to them, we're going to do that.
And, you know, the universe gives back what it receives.
Yes. The Go-Giver. You've read?
I haven't read that now.
Dude, that has to be your next one.
Okay.
Because it's a very hard thing for people to wrap their head around. Give everything that I've got to this world and I'm going to get more than I had. It makes no sense. How do I subtract everything and end up better? And it is, man. You can call me goofy, goober, whatever. It is the world, the universe, God, whatever you believe in. It reciprocates, man. It reciprocates. And it took me a while to learn that. But I will give it all away for free because I know, for me, God's got my back. I know the reciprocation is going to be there, but I've seen it firsthand, time over time over time. I've done it to where my pocket is going empty and I'm going, oh, this is so scary. But it works out, right? I mean, I've given agents deals of mine to help them when my income was low, you know, and it's scary in that moment, but I have faith in it. I have faith that I'm doing the right things for the right reasons. And I'm telling you, it has always came back either in a monetary blessing, a life lesson of some sort, a new relationship formed, a new thought process ingrained in me. You know, it doesn't always have to be money. It doesn't always have to be material. You can do something and get something completely untouchable that changes your life.
It's very true, and it's very hard to get to that point.
Very hard.
Well, you brought up reading. What is a daily habit or activity or something that you do that has changed who you are as a person and also as a leader?
Reading. And the reason that I say it that way is I've gotten away from reading in the past 6 to 9 months, and I can feel it in my heart and soul. My team and we've been talking about, me, Jeff, and Trey have been talking about it. Reading something that's forever impacted my life. I mean, it's genuinely the reason that I changed my entire life. And that's a whole different podcast. But like before that, 2015, 2016, Mike, I was a completely different individual. And I started reading books, started giving me a lot more knowledge. I mean, books are things that we've touched from pretty much the first year of life, right? Because everything in life that we learn probably is in a book somewhere, somehow, some shape. Will Smith talks about that in a speech that he does. And he says, anything you need to learn in life, somebody somewhere has it written in a book. You need to go find that book.
Yeah.
To this day, I have found that to be true. There's not a lot of things that I've come across in life that I can't find somebody's written down somewhere that's helped me with this situation or issue or thought. So reading, I mean, man, is the number one thing I tell people that has impacted me.
Yeah.
It's a tough habit to form. It's not easy, and it definitely requires intentionality, especially if you're not, like my wife loves reading. She's a book girl. She'll read 100 books in a year. And there's nothing wrong with the fact, but they're all fantasy books, right? That's very easy to get engaged into a fantasy book, especially if it's something that's tied to your desires and beliefs and likes and stuff. But when you're reading a book that's talking to you about discipline or business management or whatever it may be.
It can be more of a slog. It can be more of a, the intentionality that you
yes.
is important.
And there's the other thing too that I tell people is just because you pick up a book does not mean you have to finish it. There are several books that I've started to read and I go, this just isn't it. A big one, The Atomic Habits by James Clear. So many people love that book. They love it. I'm not saying it's a bad book. I've attempted to read it 3 times. I can't get it. I cannot, and the first time I set it down, I was like guilty about it. I'm like, everybody loves this book, Mike. It's the perfect book. Pick it up and read it. But for me, it just didn't hit right. It didn't sit, and it's like, okay. But once I set it down for that 3rd time, I go, I'm not picking this book back up.
Yeah.
I need to stop acting like I need to do what everyone else has done because I'm me. This book doesn't jive with me.
Yeah.
It's not sitting well. I can't tell you one thing that I've read from that book out of the 3 attempts, right? But How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I've read it 8 or 9 times now. You should see the book. It's with me everywhere in my bag. It's in my truck right now. It's beat down. There's a $2 bill bookmark in it. That book resonates with me. Every single time I read it, I get something new. Every single time for the last 8 years, I pick up new material out of that book that I love. It was written in the early 1900s, right? Some people might read that book and absolutely hate the way that it's written.
Right.
Don't read it.
Yeah. That's okay. There's a million books out there.
I mean it, man. And that's because you hear these people go, oh, that's a top seller. What do you mean you didn't like it? All right. Well, I didn't jive with the way that it was written. I love the way How to Win Friends and Influence People is written. That's the one thing. It's a self-help book, but the way he writes it is so engaging. And I'm one of those people that's very simple, right? He puts a lot of stories into this book, and I love that. The Go-Giver by Bob Berg. It's a fictional self-help book. It is literally a book about a story that's very engaging and captivating. It's a short read. You could literally read this book in 2 days, maybe. That is another one that I read every single year, 1 to 2 times. Every single year. But reading, man, for sure changed my life.
Change your life.
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, what does the future look like for you? What do you have envisioned in the next 5 years, and what kind of legacy would you like to leave here in Columbus?
I want to help more people, not just buyers or sellers, right? I want to help agents because with OHE, a big goal of ours is bring better agents into our industry, into our market, right? And I think that's where it starts. It is. It's on us mentors and leaders in real estate, in specifically Columbus, Ohio, to train the next generation of agents. And I think if we want change, it starts with us. So for us, we want to create some of the most valuable agents and team leaders in the 614.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, I always say 614. My mind's starting to expand.
Yeah.
The digital world's crazy now. Social
Mm-hmm.
media is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You can teach an agent in Seattle all of your thoughts and beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But for me, man, specifically, it's helping agents change what people think we are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know so many amazing individuals that are real estate agents, but they just have that rap of you're a realtor, you're a salesman, you're this. And I want the industry to look at us as genuine advisors.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that the state calls us real estate salespeople. I hate that that's on my license. Real estate advisor.
Mm-hmm.
I want to create a culture that people look at us like they look at as doctors and attorneys and whatever else it may be, that we are advisors. We're not going to walk into this first showing and sell you anything. We're going to advise you on the property that you're interested in, the ins, the outs, the goods, the bad, the indifferent. That's a big piece for me, is training better agents and team leaders. Because my ideal situation, bring in a young person, teach them everything that I know plus more, send them out the door to go and start a team, and they do the same thing for 10 other agents,
Mm-hmm.
15 other agents.
Mm-hmm.
I had a goal years ago when I first went to Ninja that talks about life goals. And my goal was help 10 agents make $100,000. That was me making other people $1 million. I thought that was so cool. And one of our agents at the time kind of checked me and goes, but what if you could teach a single mother to make $50,000 a year, work 4 hours a day, and spend all of her time with her kids? Wouldn't that be more impactful than just helping someone make $100,000? And I went, wow, you're right. You're right. I want to help people get the life that I've lived.
Mm-hmm.
My children see me a lot. My income is very well, but there's so many different ways that you can run your business that can drain you physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. I want to be able to save some agents.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get in front of them. I want to show them that there's a million ways to do it. Here's mine.
Mm-hmm. If
you want to take it, run with it. And if you don't, I probably know somebody in this industry now that works their business the same way as you and that I can hook you up with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, full transparency, an agent comes to me and says, hey, I want to do midterm rentals. They're not joining my team.
Mm-hmm.
They're not coming to my broker. They're going to you.
Yeah.
I'm calling them going, you need to call Jon.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to have a conversation because you're not in my alley right now.
Right.
You know, and for me though, it's genuinely the future, man, is helping more people. But I don't know if it's buyers and sellers. I think a lot of it for me is transitioning to creating better agents so that our buyers and sellers in our industry and market have a better experience.
Yeah.
That's how you affect the masses.
Right. If you are only doing sales for a full career, you eventually limit yourself
Mm-hmm.
in the amount of people you can help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're only one person.
Yep.
And they're, but if you are able to help agents help people do sales, then all of a sudden it starts spreading
Mm-hmm.
and you're helping more people.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this has been awesome. I appreciate the conversation. It's been really enjoyable. And if someone is listening or watching and they want to find you, what would be the best way for them to do that?
Shoot me a text.
Yeah.
Shoot me a text. You could follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Maybe shoot me a message on there. I think it's Mr. Doyle 17 on Instagram and then just Mike Doyle on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing for me is I'm a very people person. Give me a call, shoot me a text.
Yeah.
If there's anything I can help out with, I'm always down for a coffee. I'm always down to let somebody pull at my ear and give them my thoughts and opinions for what it's worth. So don't ever hesitate to reach out.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much, Mike. I appreciate the
Dude,
conversation.
thank you, brother.
This was great.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Love it.
That was Mike Doyle, team lead of the Ohio Housing Experts, sharing a powerful look at what it means to lead with intention, adaptability, and heart in today's real estate world. His journey from solo agent to team leader shows that true growth doesn't just come from scaling numbers. It comes from scaling relationships, systems, and values. We talked about staying grounded through change, building a business that serves both clients and team members, and the importance of defining success beyond the scoreboard. And through it all, Mike reminded us of something simple but essential. Real estate and leadership are ultimately about people. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who'd find value in the conversation. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Columbus Brick by Brick, and visit columbusbrickbybrick.com for more stories from the people shaping our city. Thanks again to Mike for joining us and to all of you for tuning in. This is Columbus Brick by Brick, where every brick has a story, and we're here to tell it. We'll see you next time.